He has one grenadier. They are armed with an M4 carbine and an M320 grenade launcher. It fires a variety of 40mm grenades to include high explosive, illumination, colored smoke, and buckshot. The M320 provides an invaluable indirect fire capability to the infantry squad. The remaining soldier in each fire team is the rifleman. They are armed with an M4 carbine and the M136 AT-4 anti-tank launcher. The AT-4 fires an 84mm shaped charge capable of defeating up to 14 inches of rolled homogeneous steel and breaching bunkers or masonry walls in urban structures. Additionally, each one of these soldiers is wearing the advanced combat helmet with the AN-PVS-14 monocular night vision device. This night vision device allows the soldier to see in low or no light conditions. Coupled with the laser detonator on their weapon, they can place effective fire on all targets at night. On their torso, they are wearing the improved Outer Tactical Vest, or IOTV, which consists of 4 armored plates capable of stopping small arms fire and fragmentation. Additionally, he is wearing ballistic eye protection, knee-enable pads, and a water hydration system. Ladies and gentlemen, all members of today's squad are from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, and Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. This is the modern-day warrior, armed and equipped to fight and win anywhere, anytime, in any type of terrain against any enemy. These infantrymen are trained and ready to defend our country and preserve our way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the 19th Army Infantry Rifle Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, now returning to the parade field is the United States Army Maneuver Center of Excellence Band, led by Drum Major Staff Sergeant Cole Beatty and commanded by Captain Aaron Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, now marching on the parade field are the infantrymen from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, and Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. Lieutenant Ryan Spinuzzi Nichols, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Don Tarver. The company commander for Charlie Company is Captain James Bryson, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Troy Sherlock. The company commander for Echo Company is Captain Lance Parker, and the company first sergeant is First Sergeant Jonathan Wells. Commander of Troops for today's ceremony is Captain Jonathan Choi, Operations Officer in charge of 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation to remain standing for the arrival of the official party. Captain Gil Price, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment Chaplain, will offer the invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, author of liberty and deliverer of the oppressed, we acknowledge our dependence upon you, for we know that our strength does not come from our machines, our weapons, or ourselves, but from you alone. We are reminded this day of the shoulders of those who have marched before us, upon whom now these new infantrymen stand, and whose legacy they will build upon. May the chapters of history that they write from this day forward be composed of such words as honor, valor, and love for God and country. Lord, just as your presence has ushered these men through their arduous journey, may your presence remain always as a fortress in their lives. They are sharpened now as warriors, ready and willing to take their rightful place in that line of battle that stretches across time and spans continents. May they always secure freedom, achieve victory, and bring forth peace upon this world. Give them the courage they need in the face of conflict, the strength necessary to sustain them on the field of battle, and faith that may see them through all their days until they stand in your eternal formation. Father, bless them now as they fully answer the high and noble call to serve as soldiers, infantrymen, and may those blessings extend to their families and all who are gathered here this day. We ask this in your name. Amen.
The official party for today's ceremony consists of the 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher J. Ritchie, and the Battalion Command Sergeant Major Michael S. Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please for the national anthem. If you are not in uniform, please remove your headgear. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The infantry soldiers graduating today come from many parts of the United States. The flags of the 50 states and 6 territories displayed at the museum symbolize the broad base of our national defense. The company standing before you have conducted a turning blue ceremony because blue is the color of the infantry. This ceremony culminated with each graduating soldier receiving the coveted symbols of an infantryman, the cross rifle insignia with blue background discs, and the blue infantry cord. Turning blue signifies the rite of passage of these soldiers to carry on the finest traditions of the infantry. The infantry cross rifles, blue discs, and blue cord mark these soldiers as qualified to be the finest soldiers in the world, United States Army infantrymen. The soldiers most responsible for the training of these infantrymen are the drill sergeants, who are carefully selected by the Department of the Army. The drill sergeant's campaign hat and badge have been a stoic symbol of professionalism and pride since 1962. At this time, the drill sergeant of the cycle from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Wine, will recite the drill sergeant creed.
The Drill Sergeant Creed. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally tough soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that every soldier meets and maintains the Army standard in military bearing and courtesies, consistent with that of the highest traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant. This will offend.
At this time, the official party will present the awards. Please hold your applause till all awards have been presented. The drill sergeants of the cycle and distinguished honor graduates will each receive the Army Achievement Medal, a 1-year membership in the National Infantry Association, and plaques from the United States Armed Forces Association, the Non-Commissioned Officers Association, and Mahone Productions for outstanding performance, as well as a gift card from Ranger Joe's. Receiving the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, is Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Wine from Huntington, Indiana. Senior Drill Sergeant Wine's fiancée, Lindsay Brody, is being presented a bouquet of flowers in recognition of the constant support she's given to her fiancé. The Distinguished Honor Graduate from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, is PFC Omar DaCosta from Revere, Massachusetts. PFC DaCosta's following assignment is the Vermont National Guard at Norwich University. The Distinguished Honor Graduate for Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, is Private Carter Brennan from Buffalo, New York. Private Brennan's following assignment is Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Receiving the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award from Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment, is Drill Sergeant Joshua Pitzer from Slidell, Louisiana. Drill Sergeant Pitzer's spouse, Kayla Pitzer, is being presented a bouquet of flowers in recognition of the constant support she's given to her husband. The Distinguished Honor Graduate for Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment, is Private Carson Heskett from St. Louis, Missouri. Private Heskett's following assignment is the Vermont National Guard at Norwich University. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in giving a round of applause for these fine soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher J. Pritchett.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, I can't hear you. Come on now. Yeah, there we go. Hey, before I get started in this formal speech, a couple things. Yesterday, 75th anniversary of Operation Dragoon. Some of you might not have heard of that one. Not as famous as Normandy, but that was the Allied southern invasion of France. It opened up that second front, helped make sure we got to Germany first. So, in memory of that, we also have today, National Airborne Day. Yeah, a little knees to the breeze. So hey, let's go ahead. All my former and current paratroopers, go ahead and stand on up. Thank you, gentlemen. Hey, Lieutenant Colonel Bob Simpson, keep him standing up for a second.
There he is.
How you doing, sir? So we've got a 1950s paratrooper, retired Lieutenant Colonel here in the audience. And that's why we're here today. Your soldiers are joining this legacy. All this round of applause we just gave, now your soldiers are the next in line. This is pretty awesome. So good morning, everybody, on this beautiful Friday at Fort Benning. Can't think of a better way to start the weekend than to see the soldiers of Echo Company, 219 Infantry, Alpha Company, 254 Infantry, and Charlie Company, 254 Infantry, earn the title of Infantry Soldier. All you in the audience might not know this, but one of those three companies stayed here a little longer than everybody else. So Echo Company 219 Infantry, 14 weeks. Alpha Company 254 Infantry, 14 weeks. For those boys in Charlie Company, 22 weeks to stand. Lieutenant retired Bob Simpson, Command Sergeant Major retired Mellinger, Colonel Voorhees, Command Sergeant Major Blunt, distinguished guests, paratroopers over in the audience, veterans and friends and families of these newest infantry soldiers, thanks for joining us today. I know that many of you went through significant challenges to be here today, and on behalf of the members of the 198th Infantry Brigade and the Mailed Foot Battalion, thank you for your support to our Army and these soldiers. I'd also like to thank the National Infantry Museum for letting us use this amazing parade field. It is truly hallowed ground for our infantry soldiers. I hope all of you had the opportunity to go visit this great museum that shares our infantry story to the American people. If you haven't been, I'd check it out before you leave Columbus. While I'm thanking people, I ask you all to please join me thanking the Maneuver Center of Excellence Band. They truly know how to get a crowd warmed up, and they definitely make these ceremonies even more special. And one more thanks before I go further. Please join me in recognizing our drill sergeants. Folks, I tell you, there's no hard job in the Army. It is through their dedication and hard work that we have reason to celebrate your soldiers' graduation today. All right, everybody, so this is what I know. All these soldiers on the field want to get out of here pretty bad. And basically, it's just me holding them up. So out of respect for the hard work they put in, I'm going to keep this short. So there's two things I want to say, so here it goes. First, thank you to all of you in the stands. Folks, less than 0.5% of the population today actually serves in the Army. Think about that. At a time when it seems that values such as selfless service, duty, integrity, honor, and just plain old hard work have gone away, these young soldiers, your soldiers, separated themselves from the masses and volunteered to serve in a time of war. They willingly stood up to take on the awesome mantle, the incredible challenge to keep our nation safe. I know this inner drive, this ability to meet challenges head on, comes from their upbringing and support you all provide. Your soldiers are the true 1%ers of our nation, and thank you. I gotta say, you guys are like the loudest audience I've ever had up here. This is awesome. All right. So second, I want to let you soldiers on the field know you're part of something now. You're part of a team that was stood up before our nation even existed. On June 14, 1775, the Continental Congress approved the raising of 10 infantry companies, thus establishing the Continental Army, making the infantry, our infantry, the cornerstone of the Army and further the cornerstone of this nation. But being part of the infantry comes at a price. You got to earn your place in it. So that is what I call on all of you to do. I challenge you to earn it every day. Earn this honor to be called infantry. As we stand here, we are surrounded by memorials and reminders of warriors, and they too are yelling to you that same message. Earn this. Right now, you're standing on a field seeded with the soil of great battlefields. You're flanked by a memorial park to your right and the Great Infantry Museum to your left. And to your rear are actual barracks that house the actual heroes that literally saved the world. We are surrounded by reminders of the ones who set our foundation and some who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And their spirits and their memory all cry out, earn this. So gentlemen, this is our duty. I tell you all, my infantry brothers and sisters, we earn this by working our tail ends off to keep this country safe and by being the best darn infantry soldiers we can be. We run faster, shoot better, walk further, and plain out hustle everyone around. And we do it every day. We train hard, we win on the battlefield, and we most importantly make sure we're there for our buddy to the left and right. So when all of you have done that at the end of your service, whenever that may be, you can honestly say that you did all you could to keep up that standard. You, like the ones that have gone before us, will have ensured that generations that come after us can grow and thrive. Your journey begins now, gentlemen. Continue to work hard and get better, just like you've done at your time at Sand Hill. If you do this, you're going to be able to look at yourself proudly and say, you earned this. I congratulate all of you on making it to graduation. I ask that God blesses you on your journey ahead, and may God bless America. One force, one fight. Follow me, brave and bold. Rock force, mailed foot. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Soldier's Creed is a standard for all soldiers to live by. The Soldier's Creed helps soldiers understand that despite their very diverse backgrounds, all soldiers are warriors and members of a team. We invite all soldiers, both past and present, to stand and join us as the distinguished honor graduates from Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. Private Heskett leads the Army's newest infantrymen in the Soldier's Creed.
The Soldier's Creed. I am an American soldier. I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior task and drills. Trained and proficient in my warrior task and drills. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I am a professional. I am an expert and I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom, the American way of life. I am a guardian of freedom, the American way of life. I am an American soldier. I am an American soldier.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the soldiers pass to your front, we invite you to take pictures, so please remain in your seats. When the American flag passes to your front, we ask that you rise as the gentlemen remove their headgear. Once the American flag is past your location, you may be seated. Additionally, we ask that you please remain in the stand until the band has completely left the field and the commander of troops reports the conclusion of this morning's ceremony. The reviewing stand is the Neuter Center of Excellence Band, led by Drum Major Staff Sergeant Cole Beatty and commanded by Captain Aaron Morris. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Captain Jonathan Choi from Los Angeles, California. Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, was commanded by First Lieutenant Ryan Spinelli Nichols from Reno, Nevada. Platoon Sergeant for 1st Platoon is Drill Sergeant Mark McDaniel from San Francisco, California. platoon sergeant for 2nd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Nathan Riddle from Mountain Home, Arkansas. The 1st Sergeant College Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Don Tarver from Killeen, Texas. The Color Sergeant is Drill Sergeant Patrick Galosh from Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment. Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment is commanded by Captain Jason Price from Montrose, Colorado. The platoon sergeant for 1st Platoon is Drill Sergeant George Matthews from Roaring Springs, Pennsylvania. The platoon sergeant for 2nd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Chad Bloom from Madison, Wisconsin. The platoon sergeant for 3rd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Anthony Cicerone from Columbus, Georgia. The platoon sergeant for 4th Platoon is Drill Sergeant Kelly Lord from Kansas City, Missouri. The 1st Sergeant for Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Troy Sherlock from Hartford, Pennsylvania. Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment is commanded by Captain Lance Parker from Des Moines, Iowa. The platoon sergeant for 1st Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Stanley Ringer from Kokomo, Indiana. The platoon sergeant for 3rd Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Jared Revere from Macon, Michigan. Platoon sergeant for 4th Platoon is Senior Drill Sergeant Darren Snyder from Bath, New York. The 1st Sergeant for Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment is 1st Sergeant Jonathan Wells from Essex, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the band plays the infantry and army song.
We have to stay until the band leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Stand?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 198th Infantry Brigade Commander, Colonel William Voorhees, and the Brigade Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Ronnie Blount, we thank you for attending today's graduation ceremony. You may now join your soldiers in the formation area in front of the museum. Have a safe journey home. One force, one fight. Follow me, brave and bold, Mail Foot.